Hello and welcome back to the final installment of Mega Man X. It's been a long and sometimes painful journey, but we are here. And this is a very short stage before you actually get to Sigma. And conveniently enough, this is one of the times where Capcom in the Mega Man game have actually been quite nice. As you got these pipes, you have these little slug-like creatures. And these little creatures are full of wonderful goodness, and that's mainly really just used to fill up your E-tank, because the final boss he's a bastard. So we get to watch for about a minute straight me dicking about trying to build up my E-tank, which as you can see is very exciting. And a 1-up just because, you know, they're feeling generous. As you can see, it's just a straight vertical climb to the top. Eventually, we reach the top. Say hello to Sigma. And his loyal companion, Velgarda is about as good as I can get out of the pronunciation of his dog. If you want to find a very solid, fine, faultless performance of how to beat Velgarda, don't watch this, because I find just about every single possible way to get hit. He has a couple of attacks. As you can see, he'll throw fire, he'll throw the energy beams, which really you need to be jumping off the wall. Not the finest performance I've seen of Velgarda. After that, Sigma gets obviously, you know, a little bit pissed. He just killed his dog, but he still retains his smug bastardness. And there's Sigma's lightsaber. The Sigma battle is split into two parts, and the first part is actually pretty much a joke, considering it's one of the final boss of the game. All he does is climb up and down the wall. That's it. That's all he does. Yeah. So, to make very short work of this, use Spark Benjal's Spark Shot and fire up to its full capacity. And when you do that, as you can see, the beam will split into two sections and will covers a wider area. And it makes, well, I say shortish work of Sigma in his first form. At least the music's pretty bitchin' by this point. And if you jump in the same place every single time, he'll never hit you. I don't really understand why everything has to blow up in this game. It's the Michael Bay effect. Now things get interesting. This is Sigma's final form. What the fuck this is supposed to be, I do not know. And if you actually look at the chest cavity and the spikes on the shoulders, it actually looks like Majora's Mask. Maybe just me, I don't know. The rolling shield is your most effective weapon in this final boss, but also avoidance like fuck is your other effective and very key friend. And a couple of E-tanks help. Avoid the fire. That more than anything else is what you need to avoid. The energy beams is nice to avoid as well. You have to jump onto his hands to be able to get shot onto him, but as you can see, if you jump on the hands, he'll get a bit pissed off about this, and conveniently enough can fire electricity from his hands either side. So you've got to keep one eye on the hands trying to jump on there, and one eye on what move he's going to do next. If you're going to take any hit, try and take a hit from the hands before you try and get hit by the fire, because the fire will do a lot of damage. The energy bars in either corner don't really help when you're trying to see what you're trying to do. But if you can be lucky enough and have the hand fire far enough away from the wall to you, you can generally stick to the wall and you should be okay. But that was a really bad hit to take. And as you can see, you'll need your E-tanks filled up, because this is a very, very difficult battle. But I didn't even need it. And that, as you can see, is... I have Audacity open twice. Why do I have that open twice? Let's go with that one. No. There we go. Why, X, why have you done this to me without the humans? My Reploid brothers, Maverick? Could I say that? I don't know. And again, he just fired a few shots at you. Do you have to really have your castle explode and then fall into the ocean? It just seems a little bit much. Now this is one of the few low points in the game. This little soliloquy at the end of the game goes... A, it goes on forever, and B, it is the most fucking melancholic teenage angst bullshit I've ever read in my life. And Capcom should be quite ashamed for putting this atrocity onto what otherwise is a very, very good game. But that is Mega Man X. I hope you've enjoyed playing it. Have fun reading this as much as I did. And we will see you next time when I think of something else to play. Until then.